Welcome back, everyone, to the smartest year ever, our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalists. My name is Gordy, and I was just wondering, when did people start calling them World War I and World War II? Give me 5 minutes, I bet you can work this into a conversation today, and also like and subscribe so you can keep up. I do this every single day. When the First World War ended in 1918, people didn't call it World War I, they called it the Great War. And not because it was great, but, because of the scale, obviously. It was the largest, deadliest conflict the world had ever seen, sprawling across continents and costing tens of millions of lives. And for a while, it was simply the war, as if no other war could compare. Officially, the U.S. War Department labeled it the World War in October 1919, and President Woodrow Wilson even suggested that name himself, writing that it had truly been a world war rather than a European one. The name stuck, and for the next 20 years, the World War, or the Great War, appeared everywhere: newspapers, memorials, school history books, etc. And then came 1939, and the world did it again. Even before the second conflict broke out, people could sense where things were headed. As early as 1919, the Manchester Guardian used the term World War II to describe the growing tension after Versailles. By the late 1930s, editorials and commentators were openly warning about a second world war. When Germany invaded Poland on September 1st, 1939, Time magazine ran a story using both terms World War I to refer to the earlier conflict and World War II to describe the new one. It was the first major publication to use the numbering system in print. And it wasn't official yet, but the logic was clear. If the first war hadn't ended all wars, then this one might as well be the sequel. And governments soon followed. In the United States, World War II appeared in War Department memos during the conflict itself. The Library of Congress began using the title in cataloging, and after 1945, World War I replaced the World War in official language, as if history had retroactively renamed itself. And the old Great War label lingered for a while, mostly out of sentiment or because it was etched into monuments and memory. But once there were two, there was no going back. World War I and World War II became standard, clean, numerical, and depressingly convenient. Most other countries also use the First World War and the Second World War in their respective languages. Russia and China have some interesting monikers, though. Russia remembers the Eastern Front as the Great Patriotic War, and in China, World War II is often framed as the war of resistance against Japan. And that's a pretty big bummer when you realize all these people in 1919 just wanted to believe that they just lived through the war to end all wars, and that it took less than a generation to start counting them. So there you have it. The Great War stayed great until history forced it to share the title. Go check out my sources, which can be found in the YouTube description. Leave me a comment, rate, like, subscribe, share this with someone. I would appreciate that very much. Go check out the short version I do of all these across social media at Smartest Year Ever is how you can find me for that 45-second little condensed clip. And in the meantime, stay curious and stay clever on our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalists. I'll see you tomorrow in the Smartest Year Ever.